Hey Scorpio, what's going on? I hope you are very, very well. My name is Madam Butterfly, for those of you that don't know me. And you know, you're so welcome here. Like whether you're one of my lovely subscribers or you're new, you're very, very welcome here. And I want to say thank you very much for being here and taking the time to check out everything. Is that water too loud? Hopefully that's not too loud. We're going to do a general reading. I'm just going to pull cards and see what comes out. It might be quite a long reading, but you can watch it in little bits, right? You don't have to watch it all at once. And you know, hopefully you'll enjoy it and it'll resonate and it'll be useful. And if it does and you feel like liking and subscribing for me, I would appreciate that very much, Scorpio. It would really help. Really help me out. So let's get into this. You have the hedgehog. That's been coming out a lot. Who had that? Aries had that. Somebody else had it. I can't remember. I think maybe Cancer. You'd be a magnet for light, love, and joy. Archangel Gabriel. So Archangel Gabriel is also about like the throat and speaking up. So it could be something to do with communication. But yeah. This is very similar to what Cancer had actually. I'm sure it was Cancer. You have the hedgehog and you have the dove. Spread messages of peace and harmony. Interesting that because the air signs had similar messages as well. So maybe this is like an underlying theme for the water signs. And you have the owl. Listen to the messages of the angels. So you also have two birds here, you know, the dove and the owl. The birds are generally messages of, like, messengers of the angels. The birds, from what I have gathered, are in fact the only animals on earth who do not have any karma. Like, they don't have any kind of lessons to learn while they're here. They're just free. And one of the reasons they wake up so early in the morning is because they're the ones that actually deliver messages from the angels. So it's very possible that some of you guys watching this are like mediums, or you're, because you know the water signs are very psychic, because you're in touch with that part of yourself. So it's possible that some of you, I don't know, maybe you're just having a spiritual awakening, maybe you've already awakened, but this is like an, you know, a higher level. But it kind of looks like you're going to be a magnet. You know, a light for other people, like for light, love, and joy. It could be something to do with communication with Archangel Gabriel, and it kind of looks like it's something to do with spreading messages. Like, you know, you could be like mediums, like delivering messages from the other side, or, you know, like channeling messages, or you could be doing tarot or anything like that. You're getting a lot of messages at the moment. So make sure you're listening to them. Like, make sure you're, you know, if you can make time to meditate, even for like 5 minutes. You know, if you haven't yet mastered the meditation thing, you know, because it can be, it can be tough, the meditation thing. You know, if you're not used to that, it took me a long time to learn to sit still. But, you know, even if you read a book, or like you can do adult coloring or go for a walk or something, anything that clears out the mind of all those kind of meaningless thoughts that you have during the day, so what really needs to get through can get through, because they're always trying to feed you what you need to hear, like the next steps, what you need to do, but often it's lost, because, you know, you're thinking about like what happened at work, or you're thinking about what you need to do, or you're thinking about politics, or you're thinking about the car or whatever, right? So that's literally all meditation is kind of, you know, giving yourself a space where you're not really thinking all the time, and like the messages that need to come through can come through. You have the cherry. Live an extraordinary life. So it kind of looks like you're going to be doing something different. Now, you may have been resisting, because I know that's a Scorpio thing, particularly with the water signs. Scorpio tend to be kind of resistant to their gifts for some reason. Sorry, Scorpio. They're actually saying, for a lot of you, it comes from like a lack of self-worth, and it comes from like a lack of faith it's almost like you're naturally inclined to kind of almost thinking the worst of yourself and thinking that maybe you're not worthwhile, and thinking like, why would it be me that has these messages? Like, I'm not special enough to deliver messages, or like maybe you just don't have the faith, you know, in like all this kind of woohoo stuff, right? But I think you're gonna have to give into it here, because you're destined to do something extraordinary. Like, you're, you know, maybe you spent your whole life, you know, feeling a bit strange or whatever, and you just always wanted to fit in. That's not what you're destined for, Scorpio. That's not why you're here. Like, you're not here to live, you know, you're not here to do that. You're here to stand out. You're here to do something extraordinary. And you know, that can be kind of scary as well. I'm going to reshuffle. It can be kind of scary, you know, when you're doing something like abnormal, you know, like that no one else really does, because nobody can tell you how to do it, you know, because it's much safer when you go into, I don't know, for example, like you go into like a, you know, the things you're supposed to do, right? Because everybody else knows what to do and they can tell you how to do it, and like you don't really have to think too much, you're just kind of doing it. But when you're kind of branching out and doing weird things, there's not really like a basis for how to do that, you know what I mean? And other people are often kind of discouraging you as well, because they're scared too, you know, so it can be scary. What else for Scorpio, please? The 10 of Cups. Wow. Love and blessings fill your life. Harmonious relationships with family members. Happily ever after. So it's come out with the hedgehog here. Whatever you are supposed to do, Scorpio, you're supposed to be like a beacon that makes people happy. Basically, you're going to be doing something that provides a lot of emotional contentment for a lot of people. And you have the Magician here. Ooh, that's interesting. You have the Magician with the 8 of Wands and the 9 of Wands. How interesting. How curious. So this has come out underneath the Dove. Spread messages of peace and harmony. See, you're a messenger. You have the connection to the other side with the Magician, because that's what the Magician does. The Magician brings things from the 5D or the 4D, whatever you want to call it, into the 3D. That's what the Magician does. He creates something out of nothing. You know, like talking to the other side, right? Like bringing messages forth that other people need to hear. And it's something to do with communication. Like you're going to spread, there's the birds again, look. You're going to be spreading messages of the angels. Whatever that means. Very important communication, whatever it is you're about to do. And you have the 9 of Wands here. The 9 of Gabriel. So you have 2 Gabriel cards here. So it's definitely something to do with communication that makes people happy. Stay determined and move forward. Be prepared for any possibility. Environmental activism. So some of you could be working with the environment, but yeah, with the Magician, that's what you're doing. You're going to be communicating messages from the other side in some way. Might happen very fast. Like this new life path, or this, I don't know, it could even just be a hobby that you do. But it's going to be very important communication. Be prepared for any possibility. Okay. Also, I want to say, with that 9 of Wands, you know, if you've been hurt by people in the past, this may be one of the things that's kind of stopped you. Like there might be a bit of resistance here, because it you know, because the Nine of Wands is often like the wounded warrior card, you know, someone that's kind of been through a lot, or maybe they've had a lot of attacks from other people or something like this. There may be something like that from your past that makes you a little bit reluctant to engage with other people in some way, but you got to get past that, okay? Because this is literally what you seem to have come here to do. You have Awakening, which is the Hanged Man. Yeah, look, again, you have listened to the messages of the angels, and then you have communication here because you have Gabriel with his trumpet. So you're going to be, see how also he's hanging upside down? But in this card, it's almost like he's between the two worlds, right? So I feel like this is your job, like you're kind of in between the two worlds. It's like you're listening, because that's what I see when I look at him. I see him like listening, and then like saying what he's heard. That's what I see here. And you have, oh, you're going to be learning something new. Wow. You have the Nine of Pentacles here. No, sorry, the Page of Pentacles, which is all about it's about learning something new. The Page of Pentacles is about like going back to school or learning a new, yeah, like a new area of study. It's also about, this card in particular, this deck, it says wanting to do something more challenging. So this may be part of the problem at the moment, because I feel recently that Scorpio's been feeling quite discontented, and you maybe have, I don't know, like if there's been a person in your life, you may find that you've kind of attached yourself to a person or something, but it's actually because you're bored, basically. Like there's this discontentment in your life, because this is what you're looking for. This role, this function is one of your life purposes. So this is the thing that's making you feel discontented. You're not looking for another person, you're looking for spirit, and you're looking for this ability to spread messages in some way. Now that could be anything. It could be like on Twitter, it could be a business, like a mediumship business, it could be tarot, you know, it could be a counselor, it could be a teacher, public speaker, anything like that. I do feel it's something to do with speaking though. I feel it's something to do with listening and speaking. Maybe listening to people's problems and then giving them a solution, but it tends to come from like spirit. It's like very intuitive, because I see a lot of people listening to you, or people listening to you very intently. Definitely, you're going to be learning something new though. And it's to do with this like extraordinary life you're supposed to be living. Like you're supposed to be doing something extraordinary. So stop trying to be a basic bitch. Alright, Scorpio, nothing wrong with basic bitches, but that's not what you're supposed to be doing. Embrace being a weirdo, okay? Wear it as a badge of honor. I'm gonna reshuffle that. I feel like I just dropped them. Right, what else for Scorpio, please? See if it comes out again. What else for Scorpio, please? It's the same card. I swear to God, they did this to me in the Libra reading as well. Like, they may as well just smack me upside the head. It's like, did we stutter? Just take the card, bitch. So you have number 1, the Princess. You can be your own knight. Let me just grab the deck. The book, sorry. Because I do feel there's something here for you guys. Like, I don't know if you have, and I'm not judging you. I used to do the same thing myself until I realized that's not what I was looking for. You know, I used to have quite a intense attachment style to people and like situations and things, like almost a little bit obsessive, until I realized I was kind of looking for entertainment or validation from out with, whereas actually what I wanted to do was this, like what I'm doing now, you know, and learn things and like be in touch with spirit. And then after that, I was a lot more content, and that attachment style just kind of faded away, you know. So that I think there's something here in that for you guys. Like maybe there's been, I don't know, like maybe you tend to get fixated on like, I want a relationship with this person, and then that's all you focus on, or like, I want this job, and that's all you focus on. But actually they're saying like you need to kind of look inward, because the discontentment you're feeling is because you should be doing this. Once you get into this, like not the tarot, but like whatever these messages are you're supposed to deliver, once you get into that, I think you'll feel a lot more confident and a lot more independent. Yeah, I feel like that's the message. I'm not even going to read the book. I feel like that is the message. I'm going to get one more from that deck. And you know, I feel like it'll make you a lot happier. You're going to start feeling a lot more free and a lot more content and a lot happier soon. Okay, apologies Scorpio, I had to go and clear my throat there. One more for Scorpio from this deck, please. Is there another one for Scorpio from this deck? Thank you. Okay, you have number 24. Potion, remember to practice self-love. Yeah, so again, I want to say this is about you kind of going inwards, because I feel like a lot of the time, like I said, your focus is external. You know, you're focusing on like, I don't know, even for some of you, it might be like, you're always trying to help other people, or you're always trying to do things for other people. But I feel like your focus is very external, and it's almost for some of you, like you're kind of blocking this out. Like, I feel like it's there. You know, you've always known you've had this connection, but for some reason you kind of block it out. And I do feel like for some of you it's because you feel like, oh, that can't be it, like I'm just me, I'm not special, like I don't have these gifts or whatever. But you do. And it's time to kind of focus. I feel like it's a time here to focus on yourself. I'm not saying that love is not literally going to come at you. I just feel like this is going to happen naturally. You know, even if you get into a relationship, I feel like, or you get that job that you want, I feel like there's going to be an inward focus here, because they're pushing you. You know, because it's a very important time, Scorpio. Like the earth is already ascended, right? But the human race is not ascended yet. So it's like a very important time to try and get as many people ascended as possible, right? So it's kind of an all hands on deck situation at the moment. So they're going to be pushing you to get into this as much as they can, because number one, it's your life purpose. It's one of your life purposes. And number two, like I said, like it's a very important time, all hands on deck kind of thing. That's so interesting. So you have the Five of Cups has just come out with the Two of Cups, and it's come out underneath the Hedgehog and the Ten of Cups. So there's a lot of green here. You're going to be like some kind of healer. As well, I want to say for some of you, before I go any further, some of you are maybe very focused, like that a relationship is not coming together the way that you want it to. Only some of you, okay, is not coming together the way that you want it to. But it's like as soon as you shift your focus from that person to yourself and start doing this, that is basically when this is going to come together with that other connection. I also feel there's something here with you about, like, you're gonna show people. I wonder if some of you are gonna be like relationship counselors, or you're gonna show, like, you're gonna teach people how like a relationship coach or something, or like family counselors, or like a life coach or something. Like specifically, I feel like some of you are going to be doing that for relationships. Like you're going to help people get into relationships and be in committed relationships. For others of you, like you're going to show people, like you're going to heal them. You're going to show them they have to stop focusing on the past. You know, like stop focusing on what they don't have and start focusing on what they do have. I feel like that's something that you're going to be doing. Now that could be, it could be a job, or that could just be something that you do as a by the by, you know what I mean? Like you might just find that you're kind of turning into a natural counselor for your friends and family or something. Or like you might work on like a counseling helpline or something, or do it voluntarily or something. Okay, what just came out there? You have the Ace of Swords with the Nine of Cups. And you do have also this Eight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. See, I feel like maybe you've been feeling very stuck, right? With the Eight of Swords here, but it's like the sun is coming out to show you the way now. So you're going to be like ascending the stairs and going towards the light. Don't go towards the light, Scorpio. It's just the sun is coming out to kind of show you the way. Because the reason you've been feeling stuck is like you're constantly, like I said earlier, I don't want to repeat myself too much, but like you're focusing on the external and you should be going inwards. Okay, so you have the Ace of Swords with the Nine of Cups here, dreams coming true. Yeah, this is come out underneath like the spreading messages of harmony, the Eight of Wands, the Magician. So you're gonna have these thoughts are going to come to you, like this clarity is going to come to you that you're going to be sharing with other people. Like for some of you it might be as simple as having a Twitter page, you know, when you have like really deep thoughts or something and you just tweet it out to other people. It could be something as simple as that. But there's a butterfly here as well, so I feel like it's like you're going to show people how to change. Like these messages that you get for people, the messages that you deliver to them are going to show them how to change. And there again, I know it's the Nine of Cups, but see how the hands are kind of creating? It's very similar to the Magician. It's like you're going to be creating something out of nothing. It's like you have all the... It's like you have this direct access to the other realm where you can kind of bring the energy in and, you know, show it to other people and like give it to other people. But they're saying as well, there's a little message here with the Nine of Wands here and the Nine of Cups, like your dreams are coming true. Whatever this is you're going to do is like some kind of dream come true, but you kind of have to keep going. You know what I mean? Like things might feel a little difficult at the moment for some reason, but keep going. I feel like these messages are going to come through very clearly. Okay, what else for Scorpio, please? There's so much green here. You're definitely a healer. But I see you taking some kind of course. Like I see you getting some kind of formal qualification, or at the very least like buying some books on the subject and studying it, or maybe you're going to study it on the internet. That's interesting that those came out together. Okay. So you have the Anunnaki. And you have the Agarthans. I don't know how to say that. Agarthans? Okay. Controlling, drama, conflict of interest, manifesting, multidimensional perception, attunement. Okay, so whatever this is you're about to learn, you're being attuned. You might be doing Reiki. Like you might be learning Reiki, because I don't do it myself, but my mother does it, and I know it's like there's an attunement that you have to go through before you can actually do it. So for some of you it's, excuse me Scorpio, for some of you you're going to be doing Reiki, but you're manifesting something here, and you have to go back, you have to learn it in order to do it. But it's going to give you like, you're going to be learning like a different perception. You're ascending. You're going to have so much like inner knowledge here. This card's also, it's actually about inner earth. These are the people that are supposed to live in inner earth. Some of you might visit there. Like if you ever visit, like when you're meditating, if you're into meditation, like if you ever visit a place where you naturally see dinosaurs, you're probably in inner earth. They've probably taken you to inner earth. And you have the Anunnaki here. Yeah, you know, it's this is what, rather than the words, they're making me see the picture. So see how there's like the light and the dark, and the two people, I feel it's like, and again, it's just like I feel like you have this direct line. Excuse me Scorpio, I'm so sorry about my throat. It's like you have this direct line to the other side. You know, it's almost like you have spirit is like sitting right behind you, whispering to you, and then you're translating it for people. Some of you may be channels. In fact, I'm sure quite a lot of the people watching this are probably channels. You may even, you know, this could be something like you may get into like hypnosis and show people their past lives or something like that. I just want to quickly look up this book. The Agarthans. Multi-dimensional perception, attunement, manifesting, ascended consciousness. Core issues, crystal energy. Some of you might be learning to work with crystals. Strong ethereal light body, attuned to emotional body, living your truth. So whatever this is you're about to learn is what you're supposed to be doing. It could also be something to do with the emotions. Like I said, you might be a counselor or a spiritual life coach or a life coach. You might be learning to work with the aura. You might be learning to see people's auras. You might be like core issues. You might become a psychologist, or you might be dabbling in that. You also have nutrition here. So some of you could be learning to guide people, like, you know, you might be a nutritionist or something, nutrition and healthy lifestyle. Some of you might even be doing that. Like you might be a fitness coach or something. But whatever it is you're doing, it's different. It's not something that a lot of people are going to be doing. And like I said, you might not even turn it into a business, because I don't see a lot of pentacles here. I mean, you may very well, you know, but I'm just saying you don't have to. It might just be something you do on the side. You know, like maybe you just do Reiki for the pleasure of it, or like, yeah. I feel it's more than like a Twitter page or something though, because you're having to study it. Okay, what else for Scorpio, please? Anything for Scorpio from this deck, please? Maybe not. Okay. I'm gonna go into a different deck. There's obviously nothing for us in that deck. Okay. What else for Scorpio, please? Okay, you have despondence. So this is a third eye chakra card. Let me just quickly grab the book here. Okay. Violet Iris. You have all the answers you need within. This card may indicate an emotional tie that no longer serves you. Remember, how you relate to the issue is the issue. Obstacles are removed when you change your relationship to them. By taking action, I found the road out. The only route out of stagnation is motion. If we do nothing, we must accept the consequences. In which part of my life am I feeling immobilized? I know what I need to do. Am I willing to trust myself? Feeling helpless. See, I feel like you've been in this Eight of Swords energy where you felt stuck. And I feel like it's like you didn't know which way to move forward, or you felt like a lack of confidence, or like you were so, I don't want to say obsessed, but like very tied to a person or a job or something. Change on the horizon, taking action. Okay, let's see what else. I feel like there's a few from this deck. Yeah, you have growth, which is a heart chakra card. Grass. This card implies personal commitment and following one's heart. It is about honouring your growth and the growth of others. There's a sense of courage and abundance and an ability to stand tall. This is a time to uphold what your heart knows to be true. I'm also noticing there is a lot in this, there's a lot of green in this reading, and you did have that card about environmental activism, so some of you might end up working with the environment in some way. Your message is best expressed when you are uniquely you. It might be time for a change of scenery. Oh, here we go. Visit a foreign country, embark on a new enterprise, or learn a skill. Most importantly, grow. What have I outgrown? Am I willing to become independent? Taking a stand, living your truth. Lack of safety, clashing values, teaching by example. So some of you might become a teacher in some way. There is children in this card. You might be a primary school teacher. You have warrior, peace, and courage. So you're definitely going to be doing some growing here. That's the one that I put back. God's sake, Spirit. Okay, I get it. So you have perception here, which is another heart chakra card. So the heart chakra, also I want to say, you know, when you've been kind of hurt in the past, or when you've been rejected or something like this in the past, it all gets stored in the heart chakra, right? So it's like subconsciously when, it's almost like subconsciously when the heart chakra is closed, or it's a little bit gunked up, like it's almost like self-sabotage, because you don't feel like you deserve the best. So it's almost like you kind of deliberately self-sabotage, do you know what I mean? So you have perception. Emerald offers a regal ability to see things differently and the chance of embracing transformation. There is an ability to attract wealth here if you have an open heart. The heart knows what the eyes cannot see. Excuse me, Scorpio. Sorry, I just wanted to clear my throat. Often our journey brings us full circle, leaving us to wonder why things happen. Emerald Stone teaches us to follow through on whatever is before us. Going back is not an option. What in my life needs tending? How good will I allow myself to feel? It's almost like you deliberately self-sabotage. Like you deliberately, obviously subconsciously, but like try and stop yourself from being happy. Or like it's like you feel like you're not allowed to just feel good. Do you know what I mean? Change in perception, the unknown, promise of a richer experience. So whatever this is that's coming towards you, it's going to really make you feel a lot better. Like I said at the start, you're not going to be seeking external validation. You're going to, like, the contentedness is going to be there every day, because it's going to be within you. I know that sounds cheesy, but there's no other way of putting it. And I'm going to pull that one, that one. There is a lot of green in this reading. Another green one. You have wisdom. I want to see that one as well. So like I said, it might be a long reading, but you know, you can always turn it off and come back to it or whatever, but I'm going to keep going. So you have Instinct here, which is a crown chakra card. Okay. The Wolf of White Light. To step into the light, we let go of all senses other than pure instinct. When unfiltered, it guides us to the high ground and the help of our angels. This is the time to be the protector or to be protected. You will know which role you are in. There is a guide inside us. Your instinct is finely tuned, so why doubt it? Your journey is guided. How can I master letting go and moving on? Do I trust my inner guidance? Solitary journey. So where you are going, I'm not saying you're going to be alone, far from it, but it's going to be different to what other people are doing. So it's kind of like you're forging your own path. You know, it's very unlikely you're going to know anyone that's done what you're about to do. I mean, in real life, maybe on the internet, but not in real life. Spirit lies on the road ahead, led by spirit, following your instincts. So you're being led to exactly where you're supposed to be. It also has instinct, guides, and awakening. That is mental. Look at this. You have so much green here. It might help you to do some work on your heart chakra, Scorpio. You know, there's a lot of heart chakra meditations and stuff, and like frequencies that you can put on overnight, and it literally, you know, doesn't take any extra time, doesn't cost anything. Grief. This card heralds a deep caring and an ability to heal and love again. However deep the pain or hard the challenges you face, troubled times denote smooth sailing ahead. Grief is love without a place to go. What we reveal, we can heal. Give yourself time, you will love again. If you honor your pain, it will change your life. So, okay, there's something you're not acknowledging because you're constantly seeking out with yourself. It's almost like you're doing it so you don't have to engage with your shadow side. There's something in your shadow side that you need to deal with. And it seems to be, it's this need to validate out with yourself. Because there's a reason that you're doing that. And that's what's gonna lead to your growth. Okay. Is lingering grief preventing me from progressing? Healing process, missing someone or something. Love is on the horizon. Love, commitment, and vulnerability. And the last one is wisdom. This is the earth green, which brings wisdom, patience, and acceptance. So your perception is about to shift, right? Once you get this inner peace, it's going to change your outlook on everything. It's going to change your outlook on that person that you're chasing. It's going to change your outlook on relationships. It's going to change your whole outlook on everything. You're going to be so peaceful. Sage is perfect when you need to prove nothing, when you choose simply to be wise. There is an ability here to bring serenity to any situation, and indeed it may be needed. So it's like you have this inner wisdom. Once you acknowledge that you have this inner wisdom, you're going to be a lot happier. Am I ready to live in leadership? Wise counsel. See, I feel like you're going to be a wise counselor. Because see how she's got her hand held out and there's like something shining out of it, right? It's very similar to what you have down here, right? And like the Ace of Swords here as well. It's almost like you have this information that you're holding in your hand and you're giving it to other people. And look, there's the birds again. So you have all this wisdom. And it's like knowing that you have this is going to make you feel a lot more confident. It's going to make you feel a lot more content. You know, it's going to give you a really stable base to work from. And you have vanity here as well. So I'm just going to quickly check this one. So this is a throat chakra card. The tenuous balance between what is true in our hearts and what we communicate is reflected in aqua. Are you living and communicating your truth or just playing along? See, yeah. Are you scared of being called a weirdo? Are you scared of being like doing something different? Because I know that's scary, right? People being like, oh, look what happened. You know, because I'm sure people say that about me now. Like, oh, look what happened to Di. She's such a freak now. Have you seen what she's doing? Oh my god. Like, she's lost it. She's lost her shit. But I don't care. Like, I am so much, like, this is the happiest I've ever been doing the tarot. Getting to do this every day is the happiest that I have ever been. I would not give it up for anything, you know? So, like, does it matter what people think as long as you're happy? And you'll be making such a big difference to other people's lives as well, because it's right here in the cards. Like, you have this really important job that you're supposed to do. Because you're so connected to spirit, it's literally like you have like an angel on your shoulder whispering to you all the time. This may be a time of awakening to a new way of being. Be aware of distractions that may pull you away from the true you. I need more, bigger, better. Yes, that will make me okay. Oh my god, you're not going to believe this card, Scorpio. We all say we will stop looking when we have enough, but there's never enough. You may be looking outside yourself for validation. Am I feeling disconnected from any people in my life? Am I growing away from limiting relationships? Living in illusion, self-doubt, power to change, lesser companions, empty conversations, faith, awareness, transformation. So you could also be like, you know, you're spending time with people that are, they're just not capable of like sustaining the conversation that you need now. There may be some people that you've kind of outgrown, right? You have cleansed, so you're okay. You may also find that you're going through a bit of a physical cleanse, like you're eating more fruit and veg, or you're exercising more, you're drinking more water, because you have cleanse here, and you have the agarthans here, or the agarthans here, which are, they're about like nutrition and clean living and, you know, being healthy. You have be still. So I think at the moment as well, like they're trying to get you to meditate a bit more, Scorpio, so that these messages can come through. There's also, you have the Hanged Man here, so you may be in, you may have been feeling stuck, all right, but you're not stuck. It's just you've kind of been spinning your wheels because Spirit has actually, they've put like a block in front of you and they're like, no. That's enough of that shit. You're not going that way anymore. This is your road. Stop trying to go down that road. That's closed. You're going this way. So it doesn't matter what you've been trying to do. They're not letting you go that way. So this may be the reason that you felt at a standstill. It's because they were trying to get you to see this is what you should be doing. And that doesn't mean that that person is not coming. It just means that they want you to be aware of all these gifts that you have. Instead of, you know, trying to save other people and big other people up all the time, which is fine, that's very noble, but first you have to big yourself up, right? The self-love has to come first, then the bigging other people up, because otherwise you're never going to have that self-validation that you're chasing in other people. And I say it with love because I learned this lesson myself. I learned it the hard way. And also, you know, if you don't have that self-love and that validation, the wrong types of people will always come towards you because they can see it. They can almost smell that shit. Like, you know, a drop of blood in the ocean and a shark will come, right? It's like when you're attracting the wrong people, because they can almost sniff out like that you need them to validate you, right? And again, I say it with love because that's what I went through myself. Okay, anything else for Scorpio from this deck, please? Nope. Okay, and I'm going to go into my last deck here, Scorpio, and then I'm going to end the reading. Wow. Imagination. Thoughts are the building blocks of life, for everything begins with a thought. Add creativity to thoughts and you have imagination. Every castle starts as a castle in the air. This image is then grounded by architects and builders. The angels are inviting you to use the power of your creative imagination to expand your horizons and picture the life that you want. So you also have the Ace of Swords with the Nine of Cups here. So you're going to have some idea of what it is you want to do, and you're going to be creating and manifesting it here. But it's something to do with like communication and delivering messages. When you hold a vision, the angels see the clarity of your intention and open doors to help you. The angel wisdom guides you to decide your desired outcomes. Be certain that you have the purest intentions. Then imagine your dream and start the process of creation. Affirmation, I picture positive outcomes for the highest good. So again, this could be something you've already started, because you have the Nine of Wands here, like stay determined and move forward. So, you know, they're saying like have that vision, hold the vision of what it is you want to do. You know, because I used to do this all the time as well. Like I'm very changeable, and like, you know, when you convince yourself it's not going to happen, you know, one day you're like, or even within the same day, you're like, right, I'm going to be really focused on my goal today and I'm going to get it done. And then 10 minutes later, you're like, what's the point? You know, so they're saying like, hold the vision. And you have vulnerability. Only the brave and open-hearted dare to allow themselves to be vulnerable, for it requires courage to take down all walls and expose your humanness. Your angel guidance is to become aware of your defense mechanisms which keep you separate from others and the divine. Ask your angels to help you dissolve your masks and barriers so that your fragile, true self can emerge like a butterfly from its cocoon. The reward is freedom, love, and a sense of inner safety. So dare to be vulnerable and open. Affirmation, vulnerability is my strength. So you're going to be some kind of healer. I feel that you have some kind of social anxiety or like fear around people because you've been hurt in the past. And it's almost because of that you kind of don't trust people. But you're going to get past that, okay? Because once you get into this, it's going to build a confidence for you. Like once you start going inwards more and more, your confidence is going to get higher and higher. And that is when the walls come down. And again, I speak from experience, okay? And once you've done that, it's like you're going to teach other people how to do it. And in some way, I feel you're going to be sharing your own experiences with other people to help them. Whatever that means, okay? So it could be, again, like it could be a YouTube channel where you tell people about your experiences. You could be a counselor, you could be a writer. You know, you could start a blog or something basically you're going to use your past experiences to help heal other people in some way. But first of all, like, the walls have to come down. So that is what I see for you, Scorpio. I hope this was useful. I hope it resonated, and I hope you enjoyed it. Many thanks for watching. You know, if it did resonate and it was useful and all that stuff, and you feel like liking and subscribing for me, you know, I'd appreciate that a lot. It really helps me out. Many blessings, Scorpio. Love and light.